Welcome to our Christmas meeting. All right, so it's great to see you all here. We've got some people joining in online. Please bear with us tonight. This is a hybrid meeting. It's not the first time we've done it, but it's a different one again. This is a different room. This is not our usual room. And hopefully we'll be downstairs again next time. But so in the interim, we've got a few technical things to do. Our technical team is all of these people here, making it all happen tonight. Thanks to Michael and David and Rob and Laurie. And also, I think behind the scenes here, we've got Matt Lilly. And anybody else?
No, it's Matt Denwall.
It's probably enough. 5 people doing it. Jeez. Okay, so there's a fair bit of work involved. So bear with us. So with that, I'd like to declare the meeting open and welcome you all to the Christmas meeting again. Look, it's obviously great to see so many things up and running again. So we've also been approached by Toyota again. You might recall that there was originally an intention to run an event up at Yark, but they pulled the plug on that because of COVID. And this is in relation to introduction of the 300 series to Australia, but of course that's already happened. So what marketing's working on at the moment, this is not a done deal, but it's in discussion, and it's based on our ongoing working relationship with Toyota Motor Corporation of Australia. So following on from our cancelled event with Toyota Australia earlier in the year, Toyota have again approached marketing to again work with the club in the new year, with a proposed 2-day training event at Yark on Monday the 14th and Tuesday the 15th of February 22. The event's designed to give Toyota employees a four-wheel drive experience with the club and asked to host 20 employees in 7 vehicles each day. The committee has agreed to the proposal in principle, subject to final contractual details. This is a great opportunity for the club, and it's proposed to have a DA instructor in each vehicle. Toyota have given permission to take videos and photos for the club's own marketing and promotional use. Accordingly, the property would be closed to the members for those 2 days. So we'll keep you updated as to how that's going, but as I said, it's not confirmed yet, but we're getting there. Have we got any guests tonight? If you could raise your hands. One or the other, happy to stand and tell us your names and what vehicle you have or what you're intending to get.
Brandon Henson, my wife Cheryl. We're currently the proud owners of a new second-hand October 2015 GXL. Currently going through a bit of a build process. We did have one, but unfortunately a very large tree decided to lodge across it. So we written off about 8 weeks ago. We're lucky enough to find a replacement vehicle with no fruit, so we're going to spend the next 3 or 4 months just getting this piece out onto it. Somebody asked us the question, how did you find this button? Why did you want to join? I can't quite remember, but I think my wife reminded me that was in late 19, we might have gone to a caravan show, and I think we had a stand there.
Yeah. We didn't go to the caravan show, but we did go to the caravan and camping show. We did, yeah.
I think in that display, I think there was some paraphernalia around the various trips that were organised. And being, prospective owner of a Toyota, there's only one thing you can do, and that's go to the Simpson Desert. So I think that was the lead into finally joining, and unfortunately, with COVID, it's made it very difficult to be part of a wider group. But we certainly appreciate the opportunity to come tonight and talk to people, and hopefully we'll all be able to meet face to face going forward.
So you've got a Prado, is it, or is it a 200 series? All right, there you go, Brian. Feel welcome tonight, and feel free to ask any of the people who now raise their hands as being willing to talk to them tonight. Okay, there you go. So just a point, if you want to talk, Michael's comes round, and because we've got this This is your chance for Broadway, folks. Or that's not really, no, Broadway's probably wrong there. The Hollywood. Anyway, so that's because we're streaming this online for the people who aren't here. All right, we'll keep going. We'll do a quick Q&A. So there is the Q&A is not general business, just any questions that might come up at this point. So, Tony?
Thanks, Ian. We have got one from David Mitchell. In fact, David says he's a new member, he joined in April, so he hasn't had a chance to come to a meeting. So we welcome David and all the other new members who are out there watching on Zoom. The other point David has raised, under general business, fire management plan for Yark. He says it was included in the latest magazine, but might be worthwhile reminding members of the plan, the importance of it, and the obligations when staying at Yark. So it's, everybody should brush up on that and be conscious of that, especially now we're going into the fire season and everybody's out and about wanting to stop at Yark. Just make yourself, I suppose, familiar with all the requirements and evacuation and everything else. And it's in the magazine as well. So, all right, and that's all we've got.
We'll move on. Rob, do you want to come up and talk a little bit about how we're going with these model rules?
I'll try for the quickest presentation tonight. The new latest set of rules are up on the website, just put up a day or two ago. There's also a summary there as well. The rules are also off with our club solicitor. He's having a look at them over the next week or two. And I think probably our next meeting will have some results of that and give everyone a bit of holiday reading. And we'll answer some questions next meeting. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, so with that, we've got a video. That's what it's all about, correct? That's what we do. That's what this club exists for driving, getting out there and having fun, not sitting at home watching meetings over computers. Anyway, let's hope there'll be lots more of those. And I do apologise to the editors of those. I meant to say I got mixed up with the question. So at the time, I just wanted to say Springtime at Mount Skeen. It was edited by Steve McAdam. So we've got Chris Treble now joining us remotely. So is Chris there?
Yep, I'm here, Aaron. Yes.
Do you want to do your report?
I got it. I'll be very quick for you tonight. No worries. Welcome, everyone. Happy Christmas to everyone. Sorry I couldn't be there. I've just been at another shindig. But anyway, listen, hopefully we've got a hopefully we have a better month next month. We had a bit of a lull in November, but most of the people out of that they've spilled over into our January course, which is an extra practical session we're going to run at Yark in early mid-Jan. And then the balance have actually gone over into February. So we've got a couple of full months coming up in January and February. I'm expecting we've got about basically 19, and I've got 10 booked at the moment. So there's 9 outstanding with still vehicles. They're waiting on parts for vehicles, etc., which is a bit of a slowdown on getting parts and getting repairers or some of the larger four-wheel drive places to be able to fit them to book in with the Christmas period, and that's so it's a bit tight. Anyway, hopefully we get there. So we're basically nearly caught up. There are some other long outstanding members that we've made contact with or made further contact with them, and they don't wish to attend. So that's fine. That's up to them. So we move on. But I think when we get through January and February, I think we're back to normal. We're actually basically caught up. So anyway, looking forward to it. Hopefully, with COVID, what we faced, hopefully it's not a total fire ban when we get to Yark in January. That'll just really put the icing on the cake. But fingers crossed, everything will be fine. And we're back up there on I think it's the 15th and 16th from memory. So thank you very much, Ian. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I know there's been a lot of people complaining it's very hard to get recovery points, even fitted. All right, so we'll move on now. Thank you so much. And with that, Liz.
Well, with that, good evening all. Lovely to see you all back in person again. It's fantastic. Okay, we finally got round to finishing the four-wheel drive maintenance course. Thank you, Bill, for being so patient with your change of dates. Chainsaw course as well. We finally got that done. And tyre repair course. Thank you, David, for finally doing that one. So we're cleared for the year now. Thank goodness. 2022. Keep fingers crossed we have a better year and we don't have to keep changing stuff. First aid course, 5th, 6th of February at Yark, $150, $50 deposit. CPR course, 5th of February. Now that only goes for a short while in the morning. So after the morning CPR, you can all disappear and do what you like, and the first aid course will carry on. That's $60 with a $20 deposit. Now, the photography course in March, 4th, 5th, 6th of March at Yark. Now, they only take 8 members because they do like to have a lot of hands-on with people. They did a brilliant job last year. It was very popular. So if you're interested in photography and want to learn more about your cameras, your SLRs, get yourself booked into that pretty quick. Right. Finally, thank you again to all the presenters of all the different courses we've run this last year. They've given up a lot of their time and freely for you. So a big thank you to them. And I will be working on them to do more next year. Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a lovely, safe Christmas, New Year, and happy travels next year.
Thanks, Liz. And maybe we should say a prayer about that. Maybe pray that we may be here as usual. For that, we'll move on to Viv Gardner, who's our trip convener. Oh my goodness, it's Rudolph coming down the hallway.
Before I give the trip report, I just want to thank everyone that bought tickets for the raffle. We'll be drawing it after the meeting. We've raised $700 for the flying. I want to take this opportunity to thank all our trip leaders that have put their heart and soul into trying to run trips this year, only to have most of them cancelled. It's very disappointing, but I know there's new trips ready to go up. So keep your eyes on the website and there'll be trip leader courses being run.
They're all your trips.
Well, it doesn't matter. Got to start somewhere. Lead by example, that's my motto. And I'd just like to thank my committee that helped me through the year with my trip leading questions, answers, and other things that we have to do. That's all I've got to say. Thanks very much. We'll draw the raffle out.
And I'd just like to say, on behalf of the club, fantastic effort putting together the cake. So if you want to buy tickets, because we're selling tickets and the ticket money goes to the RFDS. So just if you want a ticket, now's the time to get it. We'll draw that at the end of the meeting. Sorry. Oh, there's a picture of, there you go, on the screen for all of you. And for those of you who don't know, Viv actually makes these cakes and she donates them to this, but we've also got 3 prizes tonight, haven't we? So there you go. We've got a couple of things there. So be in it or you can't win it. All right. So buy a ticket in it. Thanks, Viv, and greatly appreciated and great effort so far. Maybe we can squeeze a little bit more out to the RFDS, who's always there for us in our times of need. Okay, so John Mills, are you going to come up and talk about the TLCCW 2022?
As things stand at the moment, we've got 82 members showing interest in going to WA and 43 cars. So, and obviously there's some stuff coming through from WA now, which is, once I get that, I'll pass it on to those showing interest. Thank you. And I just, I'm not going to, because I'm Eric, but I'd like to thank the guys who helped with the fence over the last week, whatever it was. Thank you.
There you go. What a fantastic number of people. What was it, 83, did you say?
82 people and 43.
Wow, that's a good lot of people from the club. That's fabulous. All right, so, and Sandra's going to pass you those details tomorrow. So with that, we'll move on to Geelong, Alison Williams. Right, there you go.
We were lucky that we had 8 face-to-face meetings this year. We thought of you all, but we were able to have them in Geelong, which was great. Had ARB, Autofix, Battery World and MULTIDRIVE as guest speakers, and we had lots of activities and socials as well. Lots of camp cooking at camp hosts for Danbos. Amanda's children are always great fun, very photogenic. Has Viv making bubbles to keep us all happy and entertained. Lovely swimming spot on the Jellybrand River. That's our picnic at Port Arlington. Ralph brought his boat along. We all had boat rides. It was a lovely day. Lots of dogs swimming on the beach. And next time we have it, if anyone wants to come from Melbourne, that's the ferry into that ground. Visit to Battery World Geelong. They're really, really generous. They gave us all a little show bag and batteries and torches and all the shiny lights for our Christmas carols. Marcus with his hairdo there. They're a great supporter of the club, and I know Lily does support the club really well, as to Geelong and Warm Ponds. They give us 20% off. Okay. This is fishing at one of the water holes around Geelong, St Augustine's. Caught the trout, kids thought it was great. We're very big. Great bag. Breakfast at Jack Rabbit, we were just able to fit that in before the next lockdown. So we all met there at around about 10 o'clock and had a quick breakfast, which was lovely. You can just see Melbourne and the skyline, so we're always thinking of you. We had a visit to MULTIDRIVE Geelong, which was really fascinating. seeing how they all work. We went out to their showroom and had a look at all their things. And December we had sunset at Big Rock, so we had a great turn up there and everyone had a lovely time. Great weather, thankfully. Not too hot and a little bit windy, but a wonderful, wonderful view across the plains. And that sort of was a fitting end for Geelong. We were really lucky that we could get so many activities in. So everyone is always welcome to any of our activities. Don't hesitate. It's always up on Weekend Wrap on Facebook, in the magazine. And yeah, don't be shy, come on down the road. We're quite accessible. Have a few things planned for next year. We're going to have barefoot bowls in January. Bit of fun with a meal afterwards. So that's going to be sort of on the northern part of Geelong. So it's very accessible. We're not that far away down the road. And we've got a few other things planned for later in the year. So please join us sometimes. We're always welcome to welcoming a new face. Thank you.
Thank you, Alison. Alison, the barefoot bowls, what date is that going to be, do you know?
Ian, I'm waiting to hear back from the barefoot bowls.
No worries, so we'll put that out on Weekend Wrap. All right, Q&A, Tony.
I'll make these brief. Julian Bride, he said, I see a lot of great trips, but I don't see any which allow us to take our 20-foot Scorpion Sting off-road caravans as the club running trips suitable for vans, or is it only camping? So I think, you know, with the club, the way we're going, more and more vans, there's an opportunity there for trip leaders to take that into account when they are planning their trips to do a bit more base camping. And also one from Shane Hornsby. For Chris, are we likely to run an advanced DA course in the coming year? So that needs to be taken on notice as the DA planning meeting in January, but I suspect there will be one in July rather. So that's yet to be confirmed. So.
Just there to answer the question about caravan trips, my trip in November was caravan friendly, so if people wanted to bring a caravan, they could. Granny Slat with Brian and Rita was caravan and camper trailer friendly. So there are trips, Whitfield was caravan friendly.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's spelled out clearly, but I think base camping, you just need to ask the question.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good point. Maybe
We need to clarify that a little bit better, I think, yeah.
Camping with Dan goes in March is very caravan. Park van and go and do some basics.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on now to yard management. Over to you, Brian. And Brian, there is a maintenance construction video. You want to play that first?
to see a few familiar faces back again. It's good. It's good. The maintenance report is in this month's magazine is on page 16 and 17. And as you can see from the video that Michael put together, there was a lot of stuff done up there, and we had a good time. There were around about 30 members there, and it was great. It's been a pretty challenging year, but it was really good to get back to Yark and sort of get back into it. Well done, everyone who has been putting in over the year, because we had our previous weekend up there was in June, so we had quite a break. And also the crew that John has had up there fixing up the fence and what have you, that looks pretty good, that John. Your team worked pretty hard on that one. I was lucky enough to sort of just drop in there one day and catch you at work. Yeah, you must have heard me coming. Our next weekend is on the 22nd, 23rd of January, and we double vaxxed weekend and a check-in. And there were 2 or 3 new members who have already booked in for that weekend. And some of those newer members who haven't been able to get up there over these past months to get their maintenance weekend in, just book in. You're right, it's no problem at all. So that's been really good. On the Friday prior to the maintenance weekend, we had the CFA came in and they serviced all of our fire extinguishers and replaced 2 or 3 that were out of date, out of service, and they also supplied 2 for the multi-purpose building, which we needed to get those in. We probably shouldn't have been using it before we had those sort of things in place, but all done, it's all in place now. So just sort of wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year. And we hope to see you up there on the January weekend, which is the weekend. Australia Day is in the middle of the week, so we want to stay on those extra couple of days and we'll make a long weekend of it and have a good time. So looking forward to seeing you up there. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so with that, we'll want to talk about special events. Sandra, do you just want to talk about that briefly? Now, I haven't got the dates in front of me, I'm sorry, but that's right. But do you want to talk about it? You want me to?
You can, you're up there.
Okay. This is like being put on the spot. Okay, so there are 3 special events being run prior to March, or by March, I think it is. And then there's one in August, I think it is. The dates are listed in my report in the magazine. And just to let you know that Sandra is going to be coordinating those and is looking for some assistance. One is also one of those is the Geelong show. So if there's some members down Geelong Way who could be involved, that'd be even better too. Eric, where are you? Oh, there you are. Eric, you're going to talk about the MPB Construction Committee and Forward Drive Vic.
Okay, MPB, just about complete as far as the original plan was concerned. There's other works that are going to go on, which are subject to volunteers and Yark management and various others in the committee to approve if they wish to do so. But generally speaking, we've got some sheet metal work to do inside the building. We've got to provide a new, a proper first aid bed for the corner of the building, and some smaller works that are going to go on. And we're talking about doing some other works later on, which I'll mention at the next meeting. Forward Drive Victoria. There's a few things going on. I've now become the president of Forward Drive Victoria, and consequently, there's a few issues. Quarterly meetings we have with the regional reps and all that sort of stuff, the land managers and so forth, we're bringing that back on track.
President's meetings? The
president's meetings, yes, which will be on a Saturday afternoon or morning rather than on Zoom by just the president.
Camp host program?
Sorry?
Camp host program?
Absolutely. Camp host is still operating. We'll be pushing that. Now, something that none of you will know yet is that the Koori community are about to get more power or more control over some of the community, some of the areas that they currently manage. And there's a motion before Parliament next year to give them more power. So we've got two people on the board now. One's a barrister who works in the Koori court in Shepparton. He's been the police prosecutor for 36 years. He's just retired, and his hobby, I suppose, is with the Koori community up there. Now, and Wayne Hebe, of course, has been working hard with the Kooris down at Bairnsdale, the Gunner group, so that we can maintain our approach to keeping tracks open. So far, we've almost got to a point where we have an alliance with them in the terms of like an association organisation that's recognised by both parties. And so that's, there'll be more about that later. We've just been given a piece of property at Talangi, an old quarry. What was the name of that quarry, Gary? Castella, the old Castella quarry. It's about 15 acres, and it's been given to us at a cost of $300 a year, a lease of $300 a year for us to do what we like with in perpetuity. So we've got an agreement with them that's enduring. Now we've probably going to spend, upwards of $100,000 on getting right for us for training and building buildings and the like. But that means that Four-Wheel Drive Victoria will now have a home that's closer to Melbourne that we can control. The blood donation was an initiative by Dave Roberts. So this is a great initiative, actually, and a lot of the clubs have really got behind it and shown that it's really worthy of Dave Roberts, because he's ex-RWF, and he gives blood every year and so forth. And I, when I first came on board, basically said, how about we each of us do something that's out of the ordinary? And he came up with this. So he's pretty proud of that. So that's good. Keep it going. So that's me. Done. Merry Christmas. Hope you all have a very safe Christmas break. And don't get drunk on Mum's Christmas footy.
Thanks, Eric. There's a lot there, and there's some information about the blood challenge in the magazine as well. Laurie, you're on next, webmaster.
Webmaster, quite a few of you probably noticed we're trying to make the Yark booking system a little easier. When we had COVID in its depth, we had to book in every day. Now you can just book in for a weekend or a weekdays, and you select the days of the weekend or the weekdays that you want to go. Yeah, I know it means if you're going over a weekend, it might need you to do 2 bookings, but for most people, it'll be 1 booking, go in, tick the days, and then you do that. Why do we need both systems? I've been asked that by a few people. Yark management people think it's fantastic. Eamon, I know you love it. He likes to be able to see who's actually going to Yark, so that if he wants to meet up with someone, he knows who's up there, can actually meet and contact them and get up there. It's a great indication to other people who's around there. If you're not sure you're on the property and you think, well, actually, I've no idea who those people are, you can actually have a look on the booking system and see who's actually up there, so we can give you their name. And finally, blood bank I got mentioned. I just want to let people know blood bank is a fantastic thing. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people who lived in the UK in the 1980s. I can't donate. I think I'm mad cow. Actually, and Simon Musty asked me how many donations. I think I got up to 195 with my plasma and platelet donations. I've actually asked them, could they give me a split down of how many were platelets, how many were plasma, and how many were whole blood. They're going to do that. And they then sent me an email saying, we are actually in the process of writing a letter, writing a document that's actually going to make changes to allow people who are in my situation to be able to donate. Now, hopefully they're trying to get that approved, and if it does, it means there's quite a few people who are going to be able to do that. So it's a great cause, and if you can, certainly go and give blood. Have a great Christmas and see you in the new year.
I mentioned the mad cow disease to my 17-year-old son the other day. And he thought, why does it make them mad? I said, some people say yes. So, all right, so thanks for that, Laurie. Now we've got Forge Vivella joining us. I understand he's going to be joining us online.
Yes, look, I just wanted to say have a great festive season to everyone. And just to remind everyone, we've got a mini Cruisacana next year in April, the beginning of April, the 2nd of April, we're holding the event. We're looking to run a small event and the larger event later in the year. And so we need volunteers. We need about 10 people to volunteer to allow us to run that course on the 2nd of April. So please go onto the website and register. That's all from me. I'll see you all in the new year. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Okay, so with that, we've got a video. Spring Climate Blue Rag, done by Viv Gardner. All right, so I just wanted to say I'd like to thank all the subcommittee members for their hard work during this last year. I'd also like to thank my entire committee for the efforts that they've made. Please note it has been an extremely trying year. COVID occupies too much time on our agenda, and we'd love to talk more about trips and maybe get it down to once a month we meet rather than 2 times a month. But anyway, thanks everybody for the input tonight. Thanks to IT people also. A couple of points. We're going to draw the raffle in a minute, then we're going to do the Hook Award. And just a reminder, after the meeting, we will be having a bar tab, and the Treasurer has arranged that through the Secretary. Bruce looked really stunned then. It's all right, all under control, Bruce. So with that, amazing contribution by you and the Stitch and Bitch people for all of their contributions.
Can I say something here for a minute?
Yes.
I'm glad it's a raffle this year because I remember last year it was optional. A bloody cake cost me 150.
Thanks to your kind donation. Have we got a child in the room that could, one of the children maybe, do you want to come down and draw the raffle? You know, nothing like involving our younger generation. So, thanks for putting up with us tonight.
Okay, okay. Orange, what number?
Oh.
C74. C74.
Looks like Rebecca's winning it, as I share my tickets as well. That's all right, that was first prize. Hang on. No, that was first prize. Yes. Thank you. All right, so the cake's gone. Good on you, Rebecca.
Oh, another orange one. Sorry. What number's that? C32.
Yeah, we got a C32.
Okay.
See, it was worth coming, wasn't it? See, there you go. Last call. Green C28.
No.
No.
Redraw.
We're doing a redraw.
Redraw, another one.
Okay.
Take one out. Blue.
Good, I got 3 of those.
C31.
C31. There you go, Lisa's got it. And what did she win? Shortbread. And do you want to update us on how much money we've raised?
I think 720 now.
There you go. Well, at least we sold a few more tickets. All right. What a fantastic effort. And that money goes to the Royal Flying Doctors. All right, so it's time for a drink, except one thing, we have to do the Hook Award. All right, so Laurie did make an appeal to me before the meeting. He said, please, it can't be me because he's only got on his motorbike. And well, you know what they say in an auction, if you only got one bid and it's past reserve, which it definitely has, guess what, Laurie? Laurie gets it. There you go, mate. Congratulations. Congratulations. There you go. Smile.
Ian,
yes.
Make sure he sticks this on his bike.
No, hide his car.
A sticker for your bike.
Why didn't you get nominated?
I haven't done anything wrong.
No excuses. Thanks. Oh, yes. Yes, Jenny. Just a moment, Jenny, sorry.
One last general business.
Thank you. Wow.
It was Judith's 90th birthday on Sunday. I think we should congratulate her.
Great to see you at the meeting as always. All right. Okay, thanks all. That's it. I'm going to close the meeting. Don't forget the drinks are downstairs. And if you don't know where to go, follow anybody up front here. We all seem to know where we're going. All right. Thanks all. See you next month. Cheerio.